2023 was the hottest year on record and the fifth hottest for the United States. In fact, the 7 warmest years for the U.S. have all occurred since 2012. Heat accounts for more weather-related deaths across the United States than any other cause. As the climate continues to warm, we begin to see the impacts year-round. Warmer winter storms are producing less snow, and heat waves are stressing already warming urban areas, or heat islands. The Environmental Protection Agency defines a heat island as an urbanized area that experiences high temperatures than outlying areas. But before we explore just how heat islands impact local communities, let's see how Reno has changed. According to Climate Central, a non-profit and independent group of scientists and communicators who research and report about the changing climate, the average minimum temperature for Reno has climbed by nearly 18 degrees Fahrenheit over the last 50 years, making Reno the fastest warming city in the country. Why does this matter? Humans need a period of cooler temperatures during the day or night to thermoregulate our bodies. As temperatures begin to cool, a heat island acts like a hand warmer and releases the sun's thermal energy that has gathered in urban areas. Cities are filled with asphalt, concrete, metal, cars, and other man-made objects that absorb the sun's radiation throughout a long, hot summer day, creating pockets of thermal energy that are surrounded by relatively cooler temperatures. When the sun sets and the ambient temperature drops, the heat gets released, which elevates the nighttime or minimum temperatures of these urban areas. This ultimately increases the frequency where nighttime minimum temperatures fail to fall below the 60-degree threshold, raising health concerns for urban dwellers. But what about the outlying suburbs? These areas do not have as much concrete and asphalt, so inherently absorb less of the sun's energy. Additionally, these areas have more trees, grass cover, and other vegetation that help keep the area cool and provide shade. At night, the heat release can fully dissipate, and the ambient temperatures are significantly lower than in nearby urban areas. I spoke with Dr. Tom Albright, the Nevada State climatologist researching heat islands, to learn more about how the impact is unbalanced.
For example, in Las Vegas, in the sort of eastern part of the valley, that's where we see some of the hottest temperatures. That's also, unfortunately, where we see some of the people that have the hardest time dealing with the problem because of the housing stock, a lack of air conditioning in some cases, people who have to work outside. These really, really hot conditions tend to be concentrated. The places that tend to be a higher proportion of renters, higher proportion of low-income folks, those areas tend to have the lowest amount of tree cover.
As climate change begins to impact local communities and economies, a few easy things can be done to help mitigate the impacts of heat islands.
A tree provides shade. But there's another thing that's less obvious, and that's that trees are these giant extensions of surface area that can help evaporate water. And we call that evapotranspiration when it happens through plants and trees. And what that does is sort of like the skin of the earth sweating.